It's about 10 o'clock at night. Oh, I'm sitting here and all of a sudden, zwing, my ears just start to ring, and I've got some strange, I don't know, some sort of weird infection. It was in my ear, but then it's on my face and forehead, and it makes the hair on my face so I can stand up all crinkly and feel weird. But that pretty much only happens when the plane's going over. And there it is. And although you probably can't see this camera because it's dark and it's nighttime. But there's Orion's belt to the left. And there's the low flying, flashing white lights, red on the left wing, blue on the right wings, continuous, and then flashing white lights near them underneath. They fly over from Portland, going north, pretty much constantly, especially at night. It's one after another, after another, after another. Hey, fuck you, airplane, motherfucker. Kite hit tree, plane must. Fuck face. Isn't that cool? That we get microwaved continuously by low-flying airplanes. Like my ears are ringing like a fucking bitch right now. I expected it to be one of the lower flying planes. Well, that one's not terribly high. It's maybe, I don't know, maybe 5,000 feet. They usually fly over at about 1,500 feet in fucking 727s and fucking 747s and twin turboprop Alaska Horizon looking planes. Anyway, guess that's it. A video of it's all black with me talking, telling you what I see, and my ears are ringing. I've quantified all this and didn't put it together. I mean, before I had this weird rash thing that was from my ears on my eyebrows and on my sides of my head and on my scalp. There was nothing to see there. My skin looked normal, and it was inside of my ear, and my head was hurting every time a plane went over, and my ears were ringing intensely loud, and I was getting migraine headaches from it, and it was impossible to do any work really under those conditions. And that was pretty much when the plane was going over, and planes fly over this place almost continuously every day at low elevation for no reason, because there's no airport near here, and we're not in line with the airport either, and they've never done it before, but now all of a sudden they do, and it's just nobody seems to care. Here comes another plane, low through the clouds. You can see the red light on it. But this one must be different. It looks like a continuous red. I don't see any other. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, fuck. Fuck it. And the white flies. And the red flies. Every time one of these planes is flying over and I get the ringing in my ears. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The stuff that was in my head giving me the ringing in my ears and the migraine headaches was forced out. Hey, there's a plane coming from the north going south now. Except it's got a blue in the front of it and a red in the back of it. And not side to side. And here comes the, okay, it's the red. Now this one's just got a red on one wing, and it's flashing a white on the other, coming from Portland. Oops. So anyway, the stuff was in my head, nothing to see on my face, until I put some antifungal in my ear, because it was really bugging me. And all of a sudden the stuff that was inside my ear decided it didn't like to be in my head anymore, and moved out onto my eyebrows and the corners of my temples and the sides of my head and my sideburns area, and onto my skin of my cheeks and onto my scalp, and that's where it's at. Oh, here's the red and green fuck face coming from real low. My ears haven't stopped ringing this entire time, by the way, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be, because is not in my head anymore. But now that it's on my face burns everywhere that there's a sore or something. Oh, we got green and red fucker you can hear. Hear him? Fuck you! And then just a couple thousand feet up farther, we got another green and red. So that's what, 6 flyovers in the time I've been out here. Hasn't been that long. Hey, read my roof, you piece of shit. Faggot ass motherfucker. Pilots are the fucking most worthless fucking pile of shit people. Fuck you, you lazy puke fuck. At least cops gotta go out and actively harm people once in a while. This fucking country's a joke. There's not one institution that people believe in that is legit. Not their doctors, not their paramedics, not their dentists, not their police, not their firemen, not their military, not their politicians, none of it. Not the schools, none of it. Every bit of it is a tainted fucking bullshit con game. They want people smart enough to work the machines and do the jobs, to keep the things open for convenience, but not capable of or smart enough to notice anything else. Hey, here comes the next volley at about 5,000 feet with the flashing whites, the red and the green. It's over Vancouver now, coming from Portland, and what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes behind it is another one at the same elevation. And I've seen these planes spraying at night at 5,000 and even like maybe 3,000 feet down here really low. They're small planes. We just heard the one fly over, that's the plane it is. It's got a propeller. I've seen them spraying in the fucking moonlight over the neighborhoods, like to the south of me here. I'm looking over there going, oh, the people who live in that neighborhood are gonna get a nice dousing in about, 5 minutes. Because the shit just raining out the back of the little plane. Maybe that's why there's so many of them. Because they're not the big jumbos. They couldn't fly jumbo jets right over the neighborhood at night and get away with it continuously. Which they pretty much do here, but I don't know. Here comes the jumbo. Okay, my temple is starting to burn. I better let the video go a little longer because I think that fucker's coming. I didn't think there'd be all these little planes though. You know, I'm the only motherfucker that even notices. Well, I'm sure some of the homeless people notice, but they've been out living in this shit, breathing chemtrails 24 hours a day, sleeping in a fucking thing with weird flies and bugs crawling into their fucking nose and their fucking ears while they're sleeping and laying eggs and who knows the fuck what. And they're not making videos about it, so, because they're too fucked up, and, you know, that's how I felt. If only by the grace of our loving Creator that between my crazy ex-girlfriend who was like got on me about taking better hygiene, so I was cleaning my feet and toenails, and my mom got me this toenail fungus stuff, and then my ear was killing me, and I put some fungus stuff in there, and what do you know, the crap came out of my head, and suddenly I could think again. I can work again. It still hurts. It's been 3 months I've been dealing with it. And every time the fucking planes fly over, there's the one, here comes the next one. Every time the plane flies over, it burns my face now. But that's better than it, you know, burning my brain like it was before. Because when it was in my head, I couldn't do anything, really. It was all I could do to put on my shoes and fucking make it to the car to like, go get some food at the store and come back. That would be a day's work. I felt like I was gonna die. And I couldn't explain why, because there wasn't any real big symptoms to see other than what I felt and, you know, having discoordination and scrambled thoughts and such. I mean, it took everything I had to hold it together. And that is relieved. I'm feeling like I can think again. I can fix things. I have energy. I'm cleaning my house, and I've fixed a couple of vehicles, and I'm cleaning up the yard again. And that's good. But this area is no good, because this shit will not stop. And the El Nino year has saved our ass, because they used to chemtrail relentlessly. They still do, but all the rain and all the real moisture in the air has stopped them from chemtrailing, which is why I think they've stepped up this microwave campaign. I mean, people are dumb as a box of wet shit, man. You could fucking fly a plane around in circles over someone's house all day with a high-powered microwave beam pointed at the ground, just scrambling their brains, turning them into a fucking vegetable, walking around going deep with their fucking finger up their fucking ass, ruining their lives, killing them and their families. And what'll they do? They'll just walk around in circles with their thumb up there. I gotta go to the doctor. There's something wrong with me. As the fucking plane just fucking circles over their fucking house. What a stupid shit country this is. This whole city is like that. Those planes, I've seen 20 of them in the air at one time. They fly in figure eights and circles all over the city at 1,500, 2,000 feet. All day and all night sometimes. Microwaving the ground. They only fly over residential neighborhoods too, where people are. They don't fly out in, wooded areas like a long ways from town. No, they only fly over the populated parts of town. Just like they only chemtrail from, well, I can't say for sure. They used to lightly chemtrail Missoula, but they chemtrail it pretty regular now. So basically the Rocky Mountains to 100 miles off of the Pacific coast, and they can hit that with, I don't know, if they were to do one run of jets, they'd probably need 15 of them. 15 jets could do a swath from the Rocky Mountains to 100 miles off the coast in one pass. And then they got, 20 in a row behind them, each one of them. So they can turn the whole West Coast into a haze whenever they fucking want to. And every time it doesn't rain, that's what they do. But here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, we get rain, and so we get a little respite from that. But they decided that, they can't allow that, and now they send out jet after jet after jet and plane after plane after plane, and they fly around at low elevation, microwaving our brains. Because the chemtrails are nanoparticles. They are nanometer length. They're so small they get in every cell in your body. And microwaves of a high enough frequency have nanometer wavelengths, which means that if a metal particle, because the chemtrail gas is a metal gas, if a metal particle, aluminum especially, is the same length as the wavelength of a high-powered radio wave, microwaves are, when the two are the same size, the plus side and the minus side of the wave, because the wave is a rotating, anyway, the wave has a plus and a minus as it goes up and down. And if that wavelength is exactly matches the size of a metal particle, that metal particle will be like an antenna, and it will absorb that wavelength, and it will become electrified momentarily for the duration of time that wavelength is passing through it. And if that wavelength is passing through it over and over again, like 10,000 times a second, then 10,000 times a second that tiny little piece of metal will become electrified. And if every cell in your body is filled with tiny pieces of metal that are becoming electrified at, say, 10,000 times a second, as microwaves pass through them, guess what that does to your cell? It destroys its magnetic field, it ruins its zeta potential, it causes it to become deformed. We call that cancer. Microwaves and chemtrails together are an electrochemical lobotomy to your brain, a cancer guaranteed prescription for the rest of your body. It kills your glands and it causes mental problems too. God bless America. This is the greatest country in the world. I mean, who would have thought that they should just do that to their own population and then tell them how free they are so they can buy fireworks from China on the 4th of July. The 4th of July. Anyway, that's it, fuckfaces. Oh, and Joe Rogan can suck my fucking ass. Fuck you, Joe Rogan, you fucking punk bitch.